Welcome. In this lesson, we're going to talk about the determinant of a matrix. Now, the determinant, it determines something. It determines if the matrix has an inverse, a multiplicative inverse, because with matrices, you cannot divide. You multiply by their multiplicative inverse. But before we talk about how to find the multiplicative inverse, it's important that we can tell if a matrix even has an inverse. So we talk about the determinant. Now, this big D here, this is my determinant, is found, and we're only going to do determinants on a 2 by 2. You can do larger, but it's a lot more difficult, and I don't want to go into it at this time. Let's just do a determinant of a 2 by 2. Over here, I have a 2 by 2 matrix where I have that first element as an A, the second element on that first row is a B, the first element in the second row is a C, and the last element is a D. The determinant is found by multiplying the two diagonal A and D together and then subtracting off the other two diagonal elements multiplied together. So for instance, in this one right here, you would take 0, you would times that by 0. That's this diagonal coming down like this. And then you'd subtract off the diagonal multiplying coming down like this, 7 times 8. So you would get 0 minus 56, which is a negative 56. And that is the value of your determinant. And so you just plug that in here, negative 56. Fantastic. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave that determinant formula over there, and I'm going to, they start out obviously really easy. 0 times 0 is 0, 1 times 1 is 1. What's 0 minus 1? It's negative 1. So a lot of you will be able to do this very quickly in your head. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 minus 0 times 0 is 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. Again, they're doing lots of zeros. Again, I want to make sure you understand what I did. I did 1 times 2, so I don't go too fast. That's this diagonal, the 1 and the 2 multiplied together, minus off, going down diagonally this direction, 0 times 0. Well, 0 times 0 is 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. Just like that. And again, they start out really simple, giving you lots of zeros. I'm going to jump ahead, but it won't get any more difficult than that until you get up to your 80s. By the way, I might only expect you to get up to 80. I don't expect you to get much higher than that because you'll get into 3 by 3s and bigger ones, and I don't expect you to do those. But here's one where it's going to be a little different. I mean, in the sense of 5 times 1, 5 times 1, that's that diagonal, minus this diagonal, 4 times 9, that's 5 minus 36, or negative 31, is the determinant of that matrix, negative 31. And again, some of you will get to be able to do this very, very quickly. A lot of times I don't take the time to write it all down. Negative 10 times 2 is negative 20. Minus 6 times 7 is 42. And so negative 20 minus 42 is negative 62, is the determinant of that matrix. 10 times 3 is 30. 10 times 1 is 10. 30 minus 10 is 20. 1 times 6 is 6. 8 times 1 is 8. 6 minus 8 is negative 2. 7 times 8 is 56. This one it looks like I might write down just to be safe. 56 minus, and that's those two multiplied together. 4 times 9 is 36. Oh, I could have done that. 56 minus 36 is 20. Watch your signs, by the way. A lot of students will mess up their signs when they start to throw negatives in these diagonals here because you're minus a minus, which means you're adding. So just watch your signs. 5 times 9 is 45. Minus 1 times 2 is 2. 45 minus 2 is 43. Now I'm at a 3 by 3. I got it into the 80s. I do not expect you to do these at this point, But if you have questions or would like me to explain them and there's time, I would do that in class.